Okay, I'm making this video because I'm getting tired of hearing about, or only about, dark-skinned human beings being killed by light-skinned human beings, or as most people would say, blacks being killed by whites. There have been more cases of whites being killed by blacks also. Like during the whole Trayvon Martin thing, there was a couple, a man and a woman, white man and a woman, as most people would say, killed by 5 black guys. They were kidnapped, they were sodomized, he was sodomized, she was raped, and then they were murdered. They were burned alive. But you didn't hear nothing about that on the news. And now there's a news story coming out of St. Louis after the whole Ferguson incident, which nobody knows the truth about that one. You're getting so many different conflicting stories on that case. But now there's a news story coming out of St. Louis about a white officer killing a black kid, a black teenager, 18 or 19 years old. His mother said he had a sandwich. According to the news stories, the kid had a 9mm gun, shot it 3 times, and it jammed. The officer, when fired at, then returned fire. He did not fire on the kid without provocation. But the thing is, everybody's calling this racist, and that's a bunch of crap, because there's only one race on this planet, and that's the human race. If you look in Webster's dictionary, they tell you that black and white, by definition, the definition of black and white by Webster's dictionary is devoid of color. I don't care, and personally, I don't care if your skin's black or dark, light, tan, yellow, orange, pink with purple polka dots. That doesn't matter to me. If you're a good person, you're a good person. I don't care what color your skin is. I've got friends of all different colors, but this whole racism thing has got to stop. I mean, the only people calling racism is people that of darker skin, of the darker skin persuasion. Now, I have nothing against dark-skinned people, or black people as most people call them. I have nothing against them, but I'm getting tired of hearing them complain because they feel they're entitled to everything, being what their skin color is. Problem is there's too many. Nope. Have you ever heard one white person call racism? I have never heard one white person, but yet we're the ones being called racist. I mean, black people have black entertainment television. They have the National Coalition of the National Colored People's Association, the NAACP. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. They have Miss Black America, where only black women can be in it, but they can be in Miss America, the rest of the Miss America pageants. And the other thing, I don't care if you were born here, you cannot call you're not African American, you're not Mexican American, you're not nothing American. If you were born here, you are American. You fight for the flag of this country. The only flag that this country has that this country should be fighting for is the American flag. And the only language this country should be speaking is English. I'm tired of going to the store and having the first language they speak to me is Latin. I don't speak Latin. Not that I don't like the language. I think it's a nice language. But we have to learn to go to their countries. I mean, I don't speak Spanish. And then if we go to Spain or we go to Mexico or anything like that, we got to learn it to speak in their country. If they're going to come here and live, they should learn English to live here. All I'm saying is it's too one-sided, and it's time to stop the bullshit racism, calling racism every time something happens. People like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton are nothing but racism. They do nothing but basically they do nothing but pick fights and rile people up calling stuff racism, when they have nothing to do with it. America, we need to come together, quit calling racism, and start and get somebody in the White House that's going to put an end to this crap. I, for one, would love to be president. There's so much I would change. I would bring this country back to the way it was when Truman, Roosevelt, Ike, Kennedy, all of them were in office, except for Nixon. Nixon was a troublemaker. When all of them were in office, we had no problems. We needed to bring the country back to that again. So I, for one, would like to put my name in the hat for president in 2016. Because I know I could change this country around, bring it back to the values it used to have. We need to stop whining about racism when there is no racism, because we're all the same race. We're all of the human race. That's the only race there is. Black's not a race. White's not a race. Latin's not a race. Or Mexican, Spanish is not a race. Mexican's not a race. Chinese is not a race. It's a breed of human. I mean, if you look, for example, to give an example, and don't nobody take this out of context because there's no way else to take it but the way I'm going to give it. Look at dogs. There's different breeds: German Shepherd, Doberman Pinscher, Rottweiler, Beagles, Terriers, you name it. There's different breeds of dogs, but they're all dogs. That's their race, dog. Doesn't matter what breed of dog they are, they're all dogs. That's just like human beings. You could be dark skinned, you could be light skinned, you could be tan skinned, yellow skinned. For Native Americans, what they call red skin, which I don't see that, but I mean, your skin could be any color, but you're still a human being, and that's the race, the only race in this country. This needs to stop. Come on, people, let's get it together and stop this. This has been my little rant, and I thank you for listening.